kind of record this session just to go over my thoughts here. I mean, on market open, we did have a pretty obvious Judas swing, long move towards that 4 hour. And we do technically have a short forming right now with this 3-minute inversion, but I'm not going to take this because we do have an SMT with the draw on liquidity for this trade. And ES is also in a pretty discounted range inside of this fair value gap. So this short, in my opinion, is completely invalid. And longs from here right now as well, I'm also not feeling because our draws on liquidity are high resistance liquidity with an SMT at Asia session highs. So at this point, I'm just waiting for more confirmation if we want to be bullish here to end up taking a sponsored continuation fair value gap. Sponsored continuation towards these relative equal highs on the 4 hour. So yeah, with that in mind, we're just going to be sitting on our hands for now. If you want to be bearish from this key level as well, of course we can do, but again, just going to be sitting here waiting for more confirmation for that to be proven. 10 a.m. is in 20 minutes, and we do have a 4 hour fair value gap here opening up at 10 a.m. So let's see what we do. Overall, leaning quite bullish today, but again, we shall see what the market does. Yes, looks like it wants that hourly low. It is a fully filled fair value gap, so I don't really expect us to trade back to there. We are in a very discounted area of this range right now, especially on the SP 500. Yeah, 0.75. It's basically like golden pocket for OTE. So we'll see what we do. In situations like this, I feel we have reasoning to move higher, and we also have reasoning to move lower. So that's just waiting for confirmation to see where we actually want to go for today. Usually preferred to see with a sponsored continuation. Okay, yeah, so we just inversed that 3-minute gap there, so this should probably send us lower. At least, obviously, towards this 930 low. Oh, we have news at 10 a.m. as well, PMI. Oh, we have data highs too above. I didn't even know. Oh no, data highs are gone. Cool. So this 15-minute candle is about to close. It's going to inverse this 15-minute gap on the S&P 500, but again, we do have a 30-minute here, so it is definitely better to wait for the higher time frame candle to close, which is at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. is definitely going to be able to tell the story of this day. I can predict anyway. I can predict, but I can feel that 10 a.m. will probably tell the story. Cool. Right, I'll get rid of this box because it's for value gap. We do have this unfilled 5-minute gap here now in the S&P 500, so we'll see. All right, ended up just sweeping into that 5-minute there. Took it out 930 low. Tapped the discounted 5-minute on Nasdaq. ES is just crawling very, very close to this hourly low here. It looks like it would definitely want to take that low. It is a fully filled fair value gap, so it's not ideal to reject off this, but it is definitely an area we can reject off if we have an S&T involved too, especially with Nasdaq being in a way but much more like solid key level, I guess, in my opinion. That is definitely the discount of the range now on Nasdaq. Yep. Good structure above. We are targeting high resistance, but I feel like we are going to react off this level. See, I don't know if this is a 1-minute gap. I don't know why TradingView is bugging. I'm going to presume it's not, just because of how the S&P 500 is looking here. We do have this 4-minute above us. This is a pretty good play. This looks like a pretty good play in my opinion. If we inverse this 4-minute, yeah, okay. We're going to get a 1-minute change in the state right here. 2-minute change in the state of delivery. Yep. So there's that 1-minute change in the state of delivery right there. Let's see, we still have a minute before this closes, so we might end up inversing this 4-minute gap. Yeah, that's pretty good displacement, I'm not going to lie to you. It's 10 minutes before 10 a.m. See, the thing is with this, we're only targeting high resistance, so the DOLs are sort of lacking, but we do have DOLs higher. Yeah, this displacement is very good. Just target-wise, I'm not a fan of this. I don't like the targets with this. I'd much prefer to just wait for a cont here, which would be sponsored. But we're gonna forward test this. I'm gonna tape read this. Yeah, this rejection wick at the end. Yeah, no. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, the targets are just not nice here. It's a huge rejection wick off of that. 5-minute gap on ES, big rejection wick. 4-minute as well. A solid 2-minute change in the state here. No, I lied. Good 1-minute change in the state, but again, it's just not nice. That rejection candle was definitely telling a story, as we know. The bodies tell the story, wicks do the damage, so. Did create some engineered liquidity here, some internal buy side. So yeah, honestly, 10 a.m. is going to tell the story. What could be ideal for 10 a.m. is if we end up accumulating now, and then the S&P 500 ends up opening lower, same with Nasdaq, we get a stop once inside of this gap, and then the S&P 500 hits the 4-hour, and then we can potentially look for longs from there with better structure. But this move that's happening right now could end up playing out, which I'm completely fine with missing out on because I'm just not a fan of these targets. If you want to generate more liquidity higher and then maybe get a continuation long, which would look something like this. Anything along the lines of this would definitely be nice since we have sponsorship on the higher time frame. Because it's like, as we see, 1 hour gap sponsored, 30-minute gap sponsored, and then whatever 5-minute or 15-minute we want to create up here would be also sponsored. So be a good narrative to lean off on. Lean off of. Lead off of. Oh my god, I can't speak. So yeah, not going to be taking any longs in this range. As of right now. Stop hunt inside of a 5-minute. 4-minute. I'm sure some sort of short, if we displace for this 2-minute, could definitely end up playing out. But again, it's just, I'd way rather just wait for confirmation at this point. It's 10 minutes until 10 a.m. as well. I'm not trying to get it. I am in a scenario like this. I am 100% not trying to get caught in any sort of trade before 10 a.m. because we do have news at 10 a.m. and it's also a 4-hour candle opening. So it is what it is. Could have, of course, end up delivering us lower, but again, I'm completely fine with being patient here. This 5-minute gap sponsored. It is sponsored. Like this 2 minutes doesn't even look bad, but again, just not the biggest fan of this. We'll tape read it. Yeah, 1-to-1 here just looks so mid as well. With this as a break-even point. Yeah. I do like this though. I do like the way we're engineering more targets now. This looks pretty good. This looks like it's setting up quite nicely for a 10 a.m. PO3. Which would be stacking with 930, because even though I did, like on market open, we did manipulate out this lower, and then we ended up running towards that draw, so that technically would be a stacking PO3 in my opinion. In a discounted time, discounted price range. Nice. Would be nice if we didn't run this draw before 10 a.m. I mean, if we do, we do. Nothing you can do about it. But would be a nice scenario to look off right now. We just kind of do a little bit of this, maybe poking more highs, you know, more failure swings. And then boom, 10 a.m. opens and we get that manipulation lower with also having data highs now as another target and DOL for us to target. Would be kind of a nice scenario in my opinion. And I could tell how I feel. I wish we could take off and go anywhere but here, baby, you know the deal. She can again, maybe she will. Okay. Just okay, perfect. Just making sure that's ready just in case. Well, this is the reality of trading anyway. This shit's extremely boring. When you're not gambling anyway. let's go. Actually, I should make it so you guys can hear my music, because sometimes I'd be singing that shit and I probably sound like a dumbass. How do I even get that? Um, I don't even know. Can I just get my entire screen going? No, that's fine. We'll do that for the next one. Oh yeah, I've also decided to record, my live sessions now. I'm gonna be posting these on YouTube every day as well, because why not? I think it's just a good area that I can learn from as well, because I can actually see how I'm feeling and reacting to the market and what's going on. And because I feel there can be some days where you react kind of poorly to the market and you don't even realize it. So this is why I'm doing this to make sure we are chilling on this. We are going to inverse this 4-minute gap, but very trash inverse. 5-minute on ES just got inversed as well, but again, it's trash. It's trash, kid. All this looks like is just generation. We're just generating liquidity prior to 10 a.m. May as well mark this 4-hour in, or label it as the 4-hour, because it's 100% going to be it. Could set up for a very nice setup. Just make sure I'm not missing anything here in the higher time frame. Any M15s opening up any other 5 minutes? Nope. Oh wow, ES is actually holding that. That's very interesting. I didn't even realize that. Did it inverse on 15? Did, okay. Tape reading this 1 minute here. 1 minute CIS did. You'd definitely be break even. You would have gotten break even on this trade. Unless you just decided to not go break even when we left a fat rejection wick off 4 minute and 5 minute on both pairs. Go see. No. Go for a while, you can't control me. You know those trades in the place, you know me. It's funny, that's the thing about it. Thing about it. Mama used to be on disability. Can you use clarity? And now she walking with her head high and her back straight. I don't think you're feeling me. I'm out here being everything they said I wouldn't be or couldn't be. I don't know what happened to them guys who said they would be. I said to you at the top and they misunderstood me. Alright, 2 minutes to 10 a.m. See if anything happens. Yeah, this 4-minute inversion, if anybody took this, if you took it and you had your own conviction, sure. But just, no, in my opinion. Super trash. Very low probability setup, in my opinion. So, yeah. But of course, if you had your own conviction, I'm not one to judge your data. Next song. Yeah, look at this. Look at this 3 minute, just 2 minute, even just the range here is just just pure accumulation. Even though we are like slowly. Oh, there's 10 a.m. It's gonna open higher, or is it? Okay, they're gonna take this high. Yep. Damn, unfortunate. Would have been cool if we had that PO3 to the downside. We did have technically the PO3 to the upside though. We do have an SMT with this external range high. Is this external range? Yeah, technically it is. Could I see shorts from here? Hmm. Honestly, the structure lower is looking pretty clean for shorts. I'm not going to lie. We do have an SMT there. ES just kind of looks like it wants this though. Unfill 4 hour below as well. So any longs from here would be an unfill 4 hour at your stop loss on the S&P 500. Obviously on Nasdaq as well, but S&P 500 is definitely the higher likely pair to go towards that. This could have definitely been a case where we just generated target to lower here and then had that 10 a.m. PO3 to the upside. We also have a data low here, technically as well. It's a pretty pooey data low, but it is a data low. So it is an extra draw. Can ES reject off anything? 15-minute order block, I guess. 5-minute order block, I suppose. No key level. But yeah, we definitely do have more reasoning now to move lower, especially with that 4 hour gap below on ES and this low resistance liquidity leading up to that draw as well. Opening up this 2 minute now in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Honestly, I really don't mind this at all. I think this is pretty good. This displacement is nice. I'd take this on MNQ. Yeah, this looks clean. This looks clean. This looks very clean, actually. Wow. Take this with 3. Stop loss, take profit. Alright, we're going to be in there. Cool. Nice. Break even point would be, I suppose, here, I guess. Yeah, it's a 2 minute gap. It's not a bad break even point. I like this because we have an SMT with the external structure here. We had a 10 a.m. PO3 higher, which is backing the 9:30 manipulation move that we had it to this 4 hour. We generated targets on the way up here to this draw. And this was just very nice displacement out of this 1 minute gap here. And we do have a lot of reasoning to go lower, considering we have an unfilled 4 hour on the S&P 500 down here with a low resistance leading up to it. So this is a pretty good setup in my opinion. And if it fails, it fails. I wouldn't be too mad about this at all. We do have a 1 minute gap here that could send us lower. And we inverse the 2 minute on the SP 500. Yeah, so we really have no reasoning to move higher here. Okay. This isn't looking excellent now. Not gonna lie, but we are respecting this 1 minute, so. Come to me. Looks like we're gonna lose this trade here, which is fine. I like this trade. Cool. Okay, that's gonna be an L for today. Unfortunate. I mean, yeah, I don't know. No, I do know. I like this setup a lot. This was pretty clean. We had a lot of liquidity down here that we looked like we wanted to take. We had a 10 a.m. PO3 higher, and we tapped into that 4 hour fair value gap again. So we reswept inside of it. We had an SMT as well holding, and we had very obvious draws lower on the SP 500 and reasoning to move lower with that unfilled 4 hour. So that's going to be a loss for today. Is what it is. Very good 1 minute inversion here as well. Excellent displacement. Let me just make sure we didn't have anything else. Yeah, and ES ended up inversing this 2 minute gap here as well. So is what it is. And that's gonna be it for today's trade. I'll recap this trade tomorrow or later on, I mean. But again, that's kind of explained why I took it there and why I liked it. So that's gonna be it. Peace out, guys.